Okay, good morning, guys. Let's start the session. And today's session will cover on keywords, Python keywords. Let me create a file. So here, Python keywords are unique words reserved with defined meaning and functionality. So here, generally, the Python keywords are unique words. Those are Python keywords. One second. So Python keywords. These are unique and these are having defined meaning and functionality. So you cannot use these words, we cannot use these keywords for custom usage. So wherever if you want to use if you want to have your own function name or own variable name, object name or method name or class name for package name, whatever, you cannot use for such kind of things these Python keywords. These Python keywords are built-in methods. So this Python, and not only this, Python has built-in methods and classes which are not the same as the keywords. Built-in methods and classes are constantly present in the Python library or built-in keywords. However, they are not limited to their applications as keywords. These are not just keywords. They have some functionality. They have customized and they have definite meaning. Assigning to a particular meaning to a Python keywords means you cannot use them for other purposes in your script or in your code. See, generally, whenever you will get a message of syntax error, for an example, whenever if you will get a text message saying syntax error, if you attempt to do the same, if you attempt to do assign some any kind of uh, arise of method or if you want to raise a exception for those built-in methods or type of methods, you will not receive any syntax errors. So for such kind of things, we have. Let me give you a list. So for such kind of, is there anything? Let me give you a list.
Krishan, are you sharing your screen?
Yes, yes, I am. Oh, it is right. I have already shared it. Is there anything?
Actually, I am not able to view your screen.
Yes, yes, I am. No. Oh, is it? It is right.
Yeah. No.
I have already shared it.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. No. Okay.
Okay. Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. As I told you, these are Python keywords are unique. It has defined meaning and it has
Some
specific
network issue.
functionality. Yeah, and we cannot use this keyword for custom usage. Okay. So, and not only these Python keywords are these Python keywords contains 35 keywords in most recent version. In Python 3, we have 35 keywords in latest version around in and around. So Python 3 point that's the latest version, and we have let me give you a list of Python keywords for your future references. List of keywords. The list is go through like this: false, then await, sorry, else, we have import, and we have pass. So here false is a capital letter, guys. Import and pass, and we have none. None is also capital word. Few keywords have few keywords are case sensitive. Okay, break, accept. We have in, and we have raise, and we got true. Here true is also case sensitive, and class, and finally we have is, return, and we have what else we have is written, and yeah, and obviously, and continue, and we got for, and lambda, uh, mm, what else, mm, let me retrieve lambda. We got try in exception handling, and as def for defining a function from, and what do we have, logical, non-logical, local, sorry, local and while, global, mm, assert, local, sorry, delete, local, and what else, not, next with, mm, asynchronous, that is async, elif, if, or yield. These are the keywords, guys, which you should make a note of, and these keywords are the keywords which you cannot use for your customized usage. Okay, okay, are we clear, guys? Are we clear? Cannot use these keywords for your customized definitions or classes. Are we clear? Any doubts till now? Okay, so these are the keywords. So in distinct versions of Python, the preceding keywords might be changed. Preceding keywords are nothing but these are the keywords which I have listed just now, right now. Some extras may be introduced. There are few more uh, keywords which are introduced in later versions, while others may be deleted by writing the following statement. I'll give you some uh, example, a simple example which will show you, and which will you can retrieve those keywords while you're writing your script, so that no exceptions will raise. So let me give you one example for this. So go to new file, go with the Python file, session file. Okay, so here first we have to import the keyword package. Okay, from that module you can print the. So here we are importing the keyword library, which has the all the list of keywords. So for this I need to print. I want to print the keywords. For an example, the list of keywords are next. Once it is done, I want to print those keywords. What are those keywords? Keywords dot sorry, keywords keyword dot kw list is the command. Kw list. That's it. If you execute this, you will get all the See here, false, none, true, and as, assert, async, await, break, class, continue, def, del, elif, else, except, finally, for, from, global, if, import, in, is, lambda, non-local, not, or, pass, raise, return, try, while, with, yield. These are the keywords which you cannot use in a program. See here, this print. Print is also predefined keyword. You cannot use. For an example, mm, def print. You cannot use this keyword. You cannot use. Okay, and not only this, if you cannot use. You cannot use this keyword for your customization, customized methods. Okay, not only this. For an example, a is equals to 10, right? For an example, a is equals to 10. Print that a, so it will get print that 10. So I cannot use, instead of a, I cannot use class. Okay, so here if I try to, let's say, class is the variable, class is the variable, and I have assigned 10 to that variable. If I try to execute, it will says syntax, invalid syntax, because class is a predefined keyword I cannot use. But instead of class, I can go with even hello. Hello is the name of the variable. Here I can print hello. Now it will give you the value which is stored in hello. Hello holds the value 10. You get this, right? These are the predefined keyword you cannot use. Let's say if I want to use this as, okay, this as anything, guys? Is there anything? No, no, now are you clear? Now are we clear, guys?
Yeah, Hussein, but when you t- when you teach the clips, I'm unable
No,
to
no, no, no.
match your
I
video.
think everything is fine from my side. No, 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 no. I think everything is fine from my no side. Worries. Okay, fine. Let's
Yeah, go on.
let's no stick to the worries. Point. Okay, and fine. Here, let's say to the point. I just told and you here we'll use as the as the name of the variable. As holds 10 now, so I want to print that as. See, it will throw you an error, syntax error. So we cannot use. Yeah, yeah, because echo is coming whenever Ashwatha is turning on his mic. So there is issue, mic issue from his side. So don't bother about it. Okay. Okay. Here, see here, you got as. We cannot use as because that's not the customized keyword. You cannot use inbuilt keywords. Instead of this, you can use Joe. If you try to execute this, the whole thing list of keywords. So which means whatever the keywords we have listed out here, we cannot use those keywords in your Python script. Simple, and that's so simple. Okay. Next one. This is about the keywords. Okay. Next. Next we will go with literals. What are Python literals? Okay. So what are Python literals? So yeah, Raju, please. Yeah, sure. So Python keywords are the keywords which are unique and which are which has a specific definition and which are used for a specific functionality, and we cannot use these keywords for our custom usage. Okay, why? Because in the sense, so let's say, and before getting into that example, these are the 35 keywords we have listed for our in our latest version. These keywords: yield, else, these keywords: false, none, true, and as, assert, async. These await, break, we cannot use because see. So let me comment this so that I can. A is equals to 10, B is equals to 20, C is equals to A plus B. Now I want to print C. Okay, it will give you third value 30. See here, right? The C's value is 30. What if these are the A, B, C are the user defined variables? Okay, user has given his own name to that value. I want to store this 10 somewhere in my memory, in device memory, so that I have given a name to that variable. What is that variable? A is the variable, B is the variable, C is also a variable. But instead of A, if I want to use any one of the keywords from Python keywords, for an example, def, if I, or del, if else, elif, else, except, finally, for. I cannot use the instead of A, I cannot use for. Instead of B, I cannot use from. These are the two words which are Python keywords. I cannot use. So whenever I say C is equals to 4 plus 4 plus uh, from, right? I if I try to run this, it will not get executed because for is a predefined keyword. Predefined keywords. We cannot use predefined keywords for our custom scripts. For in the sense, it's a for loop. Okay, that's a standard definition. That's a standard usage. We cannot use that for keyword for our customized usage in my program. Okay, so I can go with for fo. Okay, I can go with fro. See here, now it will get executed. So I cannot use that exactly the same word. See here, 30. You got the output as 30. Are we clear, Raju? Are we clear, Raju? Hello, Raju? Yeah, good, great. Okay, so let's go forward on literals. So what are Python literals? So Python literals can be defined as data that is given in a variable or a constant. So Python literal is nothing but a data that is given in a variable or a constant. Data given in a variable or constant. Okay, it is in between literals. Among those, we have string literals. First one, the first one, string literals. Second one, welcome Pushpa. So first one will be, so Pushpa, we have already covered we have already completed keywords. You can go through the recorded session, and let's start with the fresh concept, literals. Okay, these literals are nothing but the data given in a variable or in a constant. So here the data
Okay, sir.
given in a means in between a variable or a constant. So Among those, we have so many types of literals. Among those, string literals are one type. We have numerical literals, and as I told you, the first one will be string literal, third one will be numerical literal. Then we have Boolean, and this is after Boolean, we have one more, that is literal collections, and after literal collections, we do have the other type. That one is actually set. You can perform the same thing on the set dictionaries and those, but there are some more special literals. Okay, these are the types of literals in Python. What are those? The first one, string literals, numerical literals, Boolean literals, uh, few special literals, then we literal collections. Among them, string literals are very important. Okay, so what are string literals? String literals can be formed by enclosing a text in quotes. This is nothing but enclosing in a enclosed in a text, enclosed in a quote. That can be that can be single or double or triple. We have already seen this, right? Single quotes, double quotes, triple quotes. Single quotes, you can give anything in a single quote, or double quotes. You can give anything in between double quotes, or triple quotes. You can give anything in between triple quotes. This is called string, sorry, string literals. Okay, next, numerical literals. So, are we clear, guys, about string literals? Next, we will step into numerical literals, and these are also immutable literals. These numerical literals are immutable, which means we cannot change the value of those literals at the time of runtime. Numerical literals can belongs to four different of numerical types. First one, integer. These are all four types. First one, integer. Then we have long, and we have float, and we have complex. Okay, what are the four types of numerical letter? See, so this is for your knowledge purpose, guys. If you are strong in these concepts, that's it, guys. Nobody will stop you. Nobody can stop you in becoming a pro in Python scripting. You have to have very strong basic knowledge. Okay, that's the reason I'm giving you in-depth knowledge. Okay, so integer. These are the numbers. Can be positive and negative. The first one, the integer. Integer, literal. Integer literal is nothing but it can have positive values and negative values like 1, 2, 3 or minus 1, 2, 3. Okay. For an example. Okay. Next, long. It can be a long keyword. For an example, integers of unlimited size. And generally, integer has a limited. Okay. 2 power 7 is the length. But you want the uh, if you want a numerical number which is more than 2 power 7, you'll go with long data type. These are numericals and nothing but data type, guys. Integer data type, long, float, and complex. Okay, if you want to have a number which is of whose length is 2 power 7, then you will go with integer. What if the length of the number, see, length of the number 2 power 7, more than that, you'll go with long. If you want to have decimals in your number, that is 1.0 or 2.0 or 3.0, you'll go with float. And if you want to have a complex number in the form of a expression like a plus b, or 1 plus 2j. For an example, let me give you one example. 1 plus to J kind of. So which is a combination of numerical letters as well as the alphabetical letters. For such kind of combinations, we call it as complex literals. So I'll give you. So whenever you make a phone pay transaction or internet online transaction, you will have a long number which consists of 16 digits sometimes, right? So here, for such kind of transactions, you need very a lengthy transaction number, right? In such cases, we'll go with long literals. So the data type should be long. For an example, if you are having some a normal thing like to store a phone number in the database, to store the employee ID in the database, we'll go with integer. Okay. In some cases, the employee ID will be combination of both numerical and alphabetical, but not entirely numerical or not entirely combination of characters. Sometimes combination of both alphanumeric. In such cases, we'll go with complex data type, that is literals. Are we clear up to now? Any doubts, guys? Up to now. Okay. If not, we'll move forward. Long. Fine. Long is nothing but, for an example,
Explain
2 power
again
7.
longer, Hussein.
2 power 7 in the sense you have to multiply 2 for 7 times. 2 power 2 4, 4 power 2 4 sorry 2 into 2 4, 4 into 2 8, 8 into 2 16, 16 into 2 32, 32 into 2 64, 64 into 2 128, 120 into 2 256, which means you can have the length of the integers cannot be exceed 256 values, sorry, characters, 256 characters. Up to 256 characters, you can use int as the data type. So let us consider a value whose length is 256 characters. For an example, okay, let us consider you have a value in your script where whose length of whose variable length is 256 characters. Then you can go with integer data type. Okay, this integer data type. What if it has the 257 characters in the variable value, whose value is more than 256 characters, which means 257 characters, or 280, 300, or 400. If the if the value is stored in a database which is of 256 characters, then you will go with integer data type. What if it is more than the 256 characters? You will go with long. If the same value having decimals, you will go with float. If the same value having combination of alphanumeric, you will go with complex data type. Are we clear, Ashwarta? Now, yeah, fine then. Let's move into the next topic, that is Boolean.
Yeah, clear, Hussein.
As we have discussed so many times, Boolean is nothing but a literal which can have two values. First one, true or false. Sorry, false. That's it. True stores 2 represents 1, false represent 0. Very simple thing. For the validation purpose, we use Boolean. Let's say uh, one guy has entered into a shopping mall, or a not shopping mall. We'll go with some real time example. Let us consider one guy has want to use the public toilet. Okay, there will be a separate toilets for gents and ladies. One guy has entered, we don't know the gender of that guy, whether he's a male or female. So once he enters into the uh, that washroom area, he has to choose whether he can go for, if he is a female, she has to go to she has to use ladies toilet. If he is a male guy, then he has to use gents toilet. So there is a validation, checking, differentiation. If that guy is if that guy is male, then he has to use the gents toilet. If she is a female, then she has to go to the ladies toilet. So here validation is happening, right? The gender is at the initial state, the gender is not defined. Then later on, after entering into the premises, he or she has to be get validated to use the proper toilet, which means here validation. Then in the same way, in scripting, let's suppose we have taken one variable validate whether that entered number is a positive number or a negative number. There should be a validation. If it is a positive number, uh, store it into list 1. If it is a negative number, store it into list 2. So there should be a validation. Here the validation is happening. For such kind of purposes, we'll go with Boolean literals. Are we clear? If we are clear, we'll step forward to next one. Next one is literal
Yeah, Sam.
collections. What are these literal collections? Literal collections are nothing but which includes lists, and we have dictionaries and tuples. These are the different types of literals, and we will discuss this in further. Already, sorry, we have already discussed it, right? List, dictionaries, and tuples. If I am not wrong, yes, right? We have already used. We are aware of this, right? Not only tuples and even lists sets is also comes under
Yeah,
literal collections.
yeah,
Then
yeah.
special. Then the next one will be special literals. What are those special literals? So in Python, Python contains one special literal, that is none. Always remember, none is a special literal. One second, guys. Yeah, as I told you, special literals we have. None is a special literal. Why do we call this none as a special literal? In the sense, none is used to specify to that field that is not created. Let's say we have a field which is not created in our Python memory. So here, as I told you, none is used to specify to that field that is not created. There is no creation of that particular field or particular space in the memory. In such cases, we use none, and it is used for the end of the list in Python. So let's suppose we have a list of for an example, we have a list. That list 1 comma 2 comma sorry 0 3 comma 4 comma 5 8. Let's say this is the list. This is the list which started with 1 and ends with 8. After it, you might not be that might not be visible, but here there will be one more element called none. That is not visible whenever we don't declare this actually. So whenever you create a list, automatically the last element will be none by default. By default, guys, you need not to create and again and again. So here, whenever you create a list or a tuple or a set or a dictionary or any kind of array, it can be combination of anything. It can be any kind of literal collection, which means that may be a list or that may be a dictionary or it may be a tuple or a set. It doesn't matter. But at the end of the list, you will have a last element, the end upping element called none. So that is not visible to us, but by default, Python memory management will handle that. Okay, so none, we generally we do not declare, or we do not denote, or we do not define this none element at the end of our list, but by default Python memory management will handle. Generally, how we declare, instead of this, how we declare, instead how we declare, list is equals to same list. Okay, 1 comma 2.0 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5 comma 8. That's it. We are not going to list out none. We are not going to include none. By default, the Python will take care of that. Are we clear, guys? Any doubts? Are we clear, or do we have any doubts? If you have any, please do let me know. Any doubts, guys? If you have any, if you have none doubts, we'll wind up this session now, and tomorrow we'll continue our session on operators.